Good day. Welcome to First Take exclusively on YouTube. SA's holding it down solo today. We ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay, and make sure you check out the Stephen A. Smith Show on YouTube. Let's get to Colorado, where Deion Sanders and the Buffaloes have finished 4-8 after a 3-0 start to the season. At one point, the Buffs were the hottest story in all of college football. We went to the game, but their rough end to the season has carried over into recruiting. So here's the deal. 3 recruits have decommitted in the past week from Colorado. This after Deion made comments about Colorado's lack of NIL funds. The Buffaloes have only 8 commitments for 2024, including 3 who rank in the ESPN 300 with only a few weeks until the early signing period. That begins on December 20th. Stephen A., how do you assess Prime's first year at Colorado?
Well, at the end of the day, it was an improvement because they were god-awful the year before he arrived, but it was still bad. And it was still bad because of how it ended. You ended the season losing 6 straight in 8 of 9 games. You finished as the worst team in the Pac-12. You had a 1-8 conference record. You got annihilated by Oregon on national television. You lost a 29-0 halftime lead against Stanford. You got blown out a few times this year. And when you look at it from that perspective in terms of just the numbers, I'm just looking at the numbers right now. Your defense allowed the 5th most yards per game at 451.5, 12th most points per game at 34.8 in the nation. You had a quarterback, Deion Sanders, the son of primetime Deion Sanders, that got sacked 52 times. And Lord knows what's happened to his back. And so when you look at it from that perspective, and then you take into account the decommitments that have taken place from 3- and 4-star players, a wide receiver, an offensive lineman, a quarterback, that spells trouble as far as I'm concerned for Deion Sanders. I think that Deion Sanders can coach his tail off. I think that he can recruit. But at the end of the day, if you're in Boulder, Colorado, as a member of the Pac-12, which is fragmenting before our very eyes, obviously, if you're an all-world recruit, there are going to be better options in your mind based off of what you saw the last 7, 8, 9 weeks of this season. So I'm very concerned. I love Deion Sanders being in Division I. I just think he needs to be in a better situation than the University of Colorado. And I think how things are trending right now has me a bit concerned.
Yeah, it's interesting with the recruiting stuff and the
Yes,
NIL.
no question.
It's huge. It's changed the game entirely. Let's get to the NBA, Stephen A. The Kings came back to stun the Warriors, advance in the in-season tournament. So it came down to the wire in a 1-point win as Malik Monk hit a fadeaway jumper, 7 seconds left to take the lead, and Steph missed a potential game winner from deep. So the quarterfinals are set for the in-season tournament, with the Pacers hosting the Celtics, the Kings hosting the Pelicans on Monday, while on Tuesday the Bucks host the Knicks and the Lakers host the Suns to cap off the quarterfinal round. So with that being said, Stephen A., what would winning the in-season tournament do for a young team? Because the players are playing up for this.
Well, I think it's really not about what it would do for a young team. I think it's about what it would do for the game. I think that when you see if you watched Sacramento go up against Golden State, you're going to have that rivalry brewing anyway. It's rife with excitement. I think right now it's the most exciting matchup going on in the National Basketball Association. But when you add to it anything that there's a reward at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the tunnel. In this case, the in-season tournament where you put some extra dough in your pocket, bragging rights, things of that nature. It definitely has added a different elevation, a different level of just something to be compelled over to the regular season. And I think that's definitely a plus. And when you see guys, particularly veterans, on the basketball court really, really caring about the outcome, and they're going out there and they're playing, it encourages the younger guys to do the same. And obviously, because they're young, a bit more spry, energetic, fresher legs, etc., attrition not having kicked in yet, that definitely is going to be something that helps. So you see young players and older players giving all that they have, showing that it matters. And I think that obviously is a plus. It's not just for the younger teams, it's for the game overall. I don't think there's any question about that.
I think just the fact that I'm excited about it, we're excited, we want to see, we want the win. It's not just the players buying and the fans.
Yeah.
It's added a level of excitement, I think, to the season at this point.
No question.
So they did what they set out to do. And we didn't know if they would, because even when we look at like the All-Star game, it's lost a little bit of its luster.
Right.
I'm way more excited about this.
I saw I'm a bit sad that Golden State's not going to be in it. I would have loved to have seen Golden State and Sacramento in it, just like we're looking forward to seeing Milwaukee and Boston in it.
But SA,
the
maybe
Lakers,
that makes them more fired up because they missed it.
That's
true.
true.
When we're talking long term.
That's true. Maybe so. We hope so. But I think that the in-season tournament appears to have accomplished what it set out to do, which was elevating the interest from the players. The fans obviously are bought in as well, and the changing of the court, the new look to it and what have you, when they've got those in-season tournament games. All of it has served to really add an allure and appeal, and I think it's a plus for the NBA.
And you'll be there, so it
I
counts.
will be there, of course.
I will not be there. I'll be here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to watch First Take Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. on ESPN. Be sure to check out more exclusive First Take debates right here on YouTube. Have a great day, everybody. See you in the morning.